Morning everyone, it's Carly here. I just wanted to check in with you all today. I had a call from one of my Reiki students last week who he did his Reiki Masters with me at the end of January, and by the nature of the Reiki Master achievements, things start happening in your life where whatever isn't supposed to be there will be swiftly kicked out. So he was in a situation before his Reiki Master workshop where he was pretty much quitting his job. He was planning on moving down south, and he put, I think, sorry, my battery is running low on my phone. Yeah, so he had signed on a house and land package down south and quit his job, and everything was all systems go, and he was pretty much leaving it in the hands of the universe. And when I spoke to him last week, the job that he had secured down south had fallen through, which was unexpected. And so he was getting a bit of negative feedback from the people that were around him, and he was kind of feeding off that a bit, I think, at the time. So I did a call with him, and we did a bit of coaching around it. And there are a couple of key things that I let him know. So the first thing is that whenever something doesn't quite work out how he thought, so for example, a job falls through that you really wanted, it's always for a better reason. So there's something better that's coming along for him. So the important thing is to not focus on the lack of the thing that you thought you wanted, but instead get really, really clear on what you want instead. So I've asked him to write what I call a cosmic wish list, which is basically him putting in his order to the dues in the universe about what he really, really wants instead. So on this wish list, for whatever you're writing the wish list for, whether it's a job or a relationship or maybe a new house, write down everything that you really, really want out of that. Don't put anything negative on there. If you can't stop thinking about what you don't want, then just flip it and think about, well, if I don't want that thing, what do I want instead? And write that list. Get really, really specific, really, really fussy. And, you know, imagine that you're going down to a restaurant and ordering your food. You wouldn't just tell the waitress, oh, bring me something I might like, because you could end up with anything, and generally what they like instead. So just get really, really clear on what it is that you want and write that list. There's magic when you put pen to paper. Try not to type it, try to write it up with your own handwriting. That's normally the best way. And then really feel it as well. So put the feelings on that list as well. How do you want to feel when you have that thing? If, for example, you're looking for a new job, just forget about the job title altogether, and just write down how you want to feel when you're in that job, what view you have from your office, if you even have an office. Are you on the road traveling? Are you working from home? What kind of people are you working with? How do they make you feel? What kind of interactions do you have with them every day? What kind of hours do you work? What kind of salary do you have? And make sure you put at least and not just a set salary, because then you're capping yourself at that salary. So those were the kind of things that I got him to write down in a wish list. The other thing was to really focus on who he was investing his energy with when talking about this thing. So, you know, it's all well and good to be a believer in something like the law of attraction and just know that something's going to work out for you. But if the people that are around you, especially the people that you love the most and hang out with the most, aren't that positive about you just kind of believing it's going to happen, then find at least one person that you can talk to about it who's really going to lift you up with it, who will really be your cheerleader, I suppose. So, you know, that one person doesn't even have to be anyone close to you. It could be someone online on Facebook in a group, you know, but that one person that's really going to give you that pep talk and stop you from being dragged down by people around you. I think that's really important. So, yeah, I suppose the wrap up is that you focus on what you really want instead of the lack of not having that thing yet, because that's resistance energy and that will keep you from manifesting the thing that you really want. And then to find positive, inspiring uplifters around you who will help you to acquire that dream.